listing things that I like. Okay, for this video, I got the idea of just talking and listing things that I like. Just because I was going to write a note about the things I like. Well, in fact, I have it written. I have a note written about the things I can do, but not necessarily the things I like. But I might pull it up to see. And also, just as a random exercise of listing things that I like and that I find interesting. Yesterday I made a video about caring about stuff and things I care about. So this is kind of the continuation of, okay, so what things do I care about? This is the answer. So yeah, this is the note I have with the things I can do, the languages I can speak, the things I can do, the software I can use, what I can do basically. This is more of where I can do, right? And this was based on this post that Nicole Williams made about her interests, right? And he has on her personal website these interests kind of stuff, well, apartado, paragraph. And yeah, I found it very cool, right? She is inspired by Devon, so yeah, it's actually a chain of inspiration and stuff like that, and I like that. I liked that it's actually basically like the first thing she has on her website, right? Well, on her about page on the website. She has like what she does and stuff like that, a little bit of that. But like the first paragraph that's separated with something is interests, right? She also has her projects and other stuff, like more status, whatever stuff. But the interests thing is like the first thing, okay, basically, or like the second thing. And I found that interesting. And she has stuff like dance, for example, or education as a whole, right? And I like that. So I'm going to be listing things that I like in this part of a Rome page. Well, this is actually my Rome page, so you can probably see this. I don't care. Well, this is the script for the video I made yesterday, in case you care about it. This is an idea for a video I'm going to make in the future, maybe not. We'll see. So it's basically, I have this monitor here. So this is my third vertical monitor. Well, or my second, depends on how you see it. And so it's vertical, right? So it looks kind of like a portrait mode of a person, right? So I thought of making videos with a phone vertically pointing to myself so I can see myself at real life scale, right? And I want to know where do I have to put my phone in order for it to look right. Then these listing things I like in a YouTube video, which is the thing that I'm going to do now. Then this comment on a video I watched yesterday by Visa. But yeah, and this is, well, yeah, these are some reflections on a hackathon. So yeah, I will maybe make a video on that in the future. So listing things I like: cars, and more specifically weird cars. I also like fast cars. I also like fun cars. How cars are made. Especially because I like how cars are made, but I don't really like how they are made, you know? Like, I like the engineering and the science behind it and all that, but I don't like the bureaucracy and the process. Well, I find analyzing the bureaucracy and all that interesting, right? Analyzing all the regulation that comes behind it. It's actually kind of interesting in a way, and I guess it has to exist in some aspect to make projects that big. Eventually, it has to roll in, but I don't like myself being involved in that, right? So I like how cars are made as kind of an analysis from the outside And inside, I think I would like, well, this is in general, but not from the inside. And exceptions, for example, exceptions. Icon engineering, for example. Icon engineering by, let me look it up. Jonathan Ward. Jonathan Ward. Fuck, sorry. Yeah, so for example, it's called Icon 4x4 by Jonathan Ward. And yeah, I like that. And basically, all these kinda expensive AF resto mod companies that buy a 20 to 50k car and sell it to you for over like 200,000. So Singer, the one that does it with Alfa Romeos, I think it was called Automobilista or something like that. I don't know, let me look it up. Apparently it's called Emilia Auto, but there are probably others. Okay, I found it. It was actually this one, the Alphaholics GTA R. Yeah, so these ones, like these exceptions, are like companies that I would like to work in, right? Because, for example, I don't think I want to go through all the pain in the ass of becoming like the Seat or the, I don't know, Cupra or the Ferrari or whatever project manager of or whatever car team or Mazda or any one of these companies, right? Okay, I think I could go on the cars part a lot more, but I'm going to minimize it and start with other stuff. Videos on YouTube. Okay, it cut, I don't know why, but this one is like a cut, so I will have to put it together later. But okay, this is behind the scenes. So I wrote watching them and making them. But the part I like about making them is not actually the process of making them that much. Well, I'm going to say that editing, for example, I kind of like it, and you can get into flow state, but not my favorite. Being on camera, kind of nice. It's kind of nice to express ideas as God intended in a way, right? Because you are kind of talking like human to human, like human people do, right? Using your hands and talking like this and stuff like that. So it's kind of a step up from text media and stuff like that, or yeah, audio, just audio or something like that. It's better. I like video more, but yeah, I also don't like other things. Don't like not being sued / anon, for example. I don't like that you can see my face, but oh well. I like VFX. I like motion graphics. I like color. Color is very important. So getting coloring right on Sony Alphas, because everyone gets it wrong. I have right now a Sony camera, but not these ones, right? The ones that record in an S-Log profile or something like that. Those people always get it wrong. I think I have the default preset, right? So there's not even... So yeah, people want to step up, but bring the whole quality down because they stepped up, right? They do it wrong in the edit and they fuck it up. Okay, I'm going to talk about what kind of videos do I like to watch. And this is, for example, videos about YouTube itself. So yeah, conversations with people, podcasts like the Lex Friedman one, Rogan. Well, he's not on YouTube anymore, but The Smoking Tire, and in general many podcasts. I watch a lot of podcasts. Also car videos, but good ones. In general, stories are the thing. If it has a good story, for example, if the conversation is with people who have a good story to tell, that's interesting. Video essays, so like social type analysis of society, because we do live in a society. And I don't know, more videos. So yeah, like other kind of videos with a lot of animations and motion graphics, what I call like Wendover Productions style. And in general, videos that tell a good story. And I also like the fact that YouTube is so big. This is kind of an interesting thing in itself, and I like it, right? It's like, I like that YouTube is super big, and I find it interesting. Music. Listening, for example, Taylor Swift, Daft Punk, The Marias, El Bad Bunny. In general, music. A lot of music. Lately, Russian music. The Tattoo song, but the one in Russian. Molchat Dogma. The one song that's famous, I think. Should know, yeah. Whatever song TikTok puts me on at the moment, right? Whatever song is popping on TikTok right now with impeccable vibes, and also making, writing lyrics. Like I have here some place of lyrics. See, I have some ideas. They are pretty cringe, all of them, but I be thinking. And so yeah, I like it. But yeah, I like specifically bars, right? Bars, bro, that's fire, man, heat. So basically, yeah, I don't really like writing whole songs. I come up with some bar that I like and I write it down for the future. I've never written a whole song. Producing, like coming up with melodies and stuff like that. Playing music, I can play some guitar badly, and I enjoy jamming out. I don't know, piano lately. Well, lately, I don't know why I like it. It's like a different vibe. I really like the Interstellar song. There's like a cover with like 60 million views or something like that for piano. I love that song. And I like houses too. You can also call it architecture if you want to be fancy. Oh, I like architecture. No, you like houses. And brutalism. I like that. With a lot of light. So I like high rises, like the buildings at the top, like the flats at the top. So penthouses, I guess. And yeah, spaces and stuff like that. How spaces are thought out. Spaces thought out for humans and organizing space and all that. Images. For example, Photoshop. Cameras. I like all that. I like Photoshop. Making edits. Yeah. Graphic design. And kind of like brand or whatever. I like that. Fonts or typefaces and how they look and stuff like that. How stuff looks. And yeah, I guess I could put here in videos on YouTube, watching them, making them, being on camera, editing. So kind of like a recording video cameras and cine type stuff. Yeah, so like cine lenses, which are huge, or like cine cameras, the Arri Alexa and stuff like that, all those things I like. Yeah, so basically this kind of would be video production, so videos on YouTube, video production in general. So yeah, so how to arrange stuff in images. Like memes. So yeah, in all formats, in image form and video form and music form and all that. How they become memes. So basically being the random motherfucker on knowyourmeme.com that, yeah, know your meme, that explains the joke. How they become the meme / explaining the joke. I like that. Also making them. I could put, for example, here Photoshop. And yeah, all this graphic design stuff. Yeah, and in general information communication or something like that. I guess, I don't know. Yeah, alright, I'm going to go back up to cards and here in with cards I'm going to put coches curiosos and I'm going to put driving because I really like driving as well, like the act of driving, I like it. both like chill and also fast etc, but not in stressful situations, aka bad stressful, because I guess driving fast is stressful in a way, but fun, right? Like being in stau, forgot how to say it, atasco, traffic jam, yeah. And I like, yeah, product design. So for example, all right, I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find it. It was basically some t-shirts that I've made like several kind of t-shirts and hoodies. Well made. I've ordered from AliExpress from my design. I've ordered them, and it's basically just funny joke. Well, funny joke to me. Some kind of thing that I came up with, put it on a t-shirt, or in this case, it's a mousepad. This one was a friend's idea, the mousepad thing. But yeah, so basically, yeah, products, putting them to the supply chain. And yeah, so that kind of product design. So from conceptual idea to reality, the path to that, right? So yeah, I'm going to write that. So from conceptual idea of something that could exist to something really in your hands. My case, camisetas with t-shirts aren't really like the product is already there. It's like the thing that you wear is already made. There are patterns for that, and there's a huge billion-dollar industry around that and stuff like that. But the fact that you can think of something to put it on a t-shirt and something on a t-shirt, right? That kind of stuff. That. And yeah, I could bring cars as well. I like cars as a concept of product design, right? I like car design as well. And I also like in cars, I also like how cars work. That is interesting. So yeah, engineering and stuff like that. Engines, suspension, that stuff. The important things. Car behavior, you know, how it behaves. But this is in my regular ones, but also like in things, right? How things in general are made, right? That's also interesting. I'm not going to write that because that's kind of too like out there, but okay, computer stuff. Web pages, internet. I like all this world. So like web development, good websites. Like when a website works and it's well designed, I like that. And when it's trash, for example, I can say, it's trash. That's that. Like web apps and stuff like that. Or apps in general, mobile apps too. That less. I really like mobile apps, maybe less, because, well, I haven't thought as much about it, but yeah. And yeah, I don't know, yeah, like so like processing information, kind of like data analysis and stuff like that. So in many ways, for example, in all of these, you could think of processing information of all of that information that I like, process it, I guess, or yeah, just in general, like as a to put populations together and to like analyze that and stuff like that. I don't know, analyzing things. I'm going to separate this one, but it technically is computer stuff, but yeah, games, car games, I like shooting games and stuff like that. I also like game design. All these game design YouTube videos about how to do stuff and stuff like that. And yeah, I've made some kind of games. So HTML games that are super simple, stuff like that, or like simple JavaScript stuff, all that. But I can like bigger game stuff. Right? This is about what I like, not about what I made yet. And in web pages, internet stuff, I also like, for example, searching information, finding information, or like literacy, digital literacy. I'm interested about this, knowing how to Google stuff, or knowing in general how social networks work, and OSINT, for example, open source intelligence. What stuff says about you, right? What you are telling the computers all the time, and that they are storing, and that other people can access without maybe you realizing it or having it top of mind, right? All that stuff. And yeah, in web development, front end, etc. That's interesting. Backend / logic, business logic, etc. is interesting, but I start to lose myself a bit in stuff like Kubernetes or things like that. So like, for example, Kubernetes or containerization. I start to get lost on these ones, or like cloud. So I guess systems architecture or something like that. I don't know, this one less. This one is a bit further from me, I guess. I still find it interesting, but yeah, this is one I know less. Game design. Yeah. For example, in shooting games, I like to differentiate, for example, between open world stuff, etc. And here, game mechanics. And here, for example, competitive stuff. For example, I like Valorant. So, for example, I love GTA games. In this case, this is like the obvious example, but I write it because it's relevant, I guess. GTA 5. I like many things about it, or San Andreas. So yeah, basically the concept of open world stuff, and that you can basically do stuff, is cool. And yeah, and in this case, so like roles strategy, aside from just pure aim, knowing that you are good. So like I find that impressive as well, right? People who can aim very well, that's impressive. But the fact that there can be more, and you have to like smoke places and block sight lines and come in, rush, and so like tempo matters as well, timing, stuff like that. That stuff is interesting to me as well. So yeah, basically this copy pasta basically. Next team is fantastic. They just need to work on communication, frame, map awareness, cross-help placement, deco management, pistol aim, off flicks, grenade spots, pop flashes, positioning, bomb plant positions, retake ability, spray kills, spray use, control, and getting kills. This is probably CS copy pasta, so in Valorant it would have even so like abilities usage and yeah, all that, but yeah. Then in computer stuff, I like programs, programs that run. like Word. So like yeah, Office suite. I like it. I find it interesting. I like PowerPoint a lot, for example. I like Excel. You can do like everything in Excel. You don't basically don't need anything else. I don't know why people code when you can just have Excel, right? Or Word or something like that. Well, Word actually I like it less. I'm going to delete it. But yeah, PowerPoint and Excel, for example, are very powerful things. I like them. And I like GUIs. I like graphical user interfaces. And I also like the command line, right? And stuff like, yeah, basically Linux. But to me, command line means kind of Linux in a sense. Right? To me, I jump it all together. Yeah, I'm going to write it actually. Get mad, Linux people. And yeah, WMs from Linux. I also like WMs. I don't use them a lot, but I like to watch them. And they feel cool. And I'm going to list some more programs I like. For example, 3D modeling stuff. Blender. I'm going to put AutoCAD here, even though it doesn't belong, but yeah, AutoCAD. SolidWorks. Katia. I don't like using Katia that much because I'm not used to it, but I find it interesting. I like seeing, for example, a 3D model made in Katia, and people who know to use it to hide stuff or things like that. Simulation stuff. Katia can do some kind of simulations, ANSYS as well. Some other ones. Well, yeah, I used CFX. ANSYS has a couple ones. CFX and another one, Fluent and CFX for fluid simulation. There are also open ones. I forget the names because there are also each one does its own thing. But yeah. And to go back to the bottom, and I'm going to add stuff like maths. I like maths, so like it. Geometry. I think that's called the thing with shapes and stuff like that, and angles, things like that. Yeah, and visual, especially because that's visual. Yeah, and also I don't know, solving kind of problems and stuff like that. Quantifying things. Sets and sets of stuff. Links. Stuff that links together. Right. Yeah, and probably everything. For example, philosophy. Basically the basics. High school basics, I'm going to say. What is everything, right? How? All those kind of questions. Good and bad. All that. Knowledge. That stuff. Biology. High school. Many of these I could just say high school, but yeah, I'm going to say it actually. I like it. Languages. High school linguistics. Etymology. Different languages. I know English, Spanish, I like German, I like French, I like Italian. I'm not going to put it right now. I have to put Japanese before. Russian / etc. And I could put music from here. Oh. And writing systems, I like seeing them, that they exist. It's interesting. And I don't know, more stuff. So yeah, biology, I'm going to put more stuff. So yeah, so for example, taxonomy, I guess, organizing living things. And for example, why are dogs so different to each other, but they are all the same species? But foxes are all very similar to each other, but they are all different species. From the vulpes, for example, vulpes foxes, they are all very similar to each other, but they are different vulpes or vulpes rapid vulpes or whatever. So the swift fox, for example, is very fast and it is different to all other foxes. Why? Who the fuck came up with that categorization or that stuff? And yeah, chemistry, like chemistry involved, so like biochemistry, biochemistry. Yeah, so basically, what the fuck? If you take a substance, it makes you trip out. What? Or if you have to eat stuff, what? Why? Why does stuff have energy? The fuck? How the fuck does a cauliflower have calories in it? Why the fuck does sugar give you energy? The fuck? Why are all these things happening inside your body? Wait, it's fucking bonkers. Or like, why the fuck do you need to drink water all the time? Or like, yeah, why is everything made of water, right? Why is water so essential to life? All these things. Water. Energy. Drugs, etc. Animals, lol, like foxes and dogs. The fuck? Yeah, and I could put more stuff like genes, genetic diseases, transferring and stuff like that. Going to add more stuff like, for example, physics. The fuck? The world moves and things in the world are made up of smaller things, atoms. The fuck? Quantum stuff. Relativity. The fuck? Or like electricity and magnetism. And inside electricity and magnetism you have these three forces that you do like this, or the ILV thing in a semiconductor, well, not semiconductor, in an electric current that goes like this, you do like this, and if you do like this, it's because the force goes that way or something like that. I forgot. But what the fuck? Vector calculus, three dimensions, the fuck? All that stuff. The vector arrow will be in the L, right? Or the I? Is the I is the intensity, the current? Or B? No, the B is the... There are two, no, actually there are two vectors, right? The I and the B, or something like that, I guess. Crazy stuff. For example, planets, the fuck? Lol, they're so big. Pluto. Sad face. atmosphere. Whoa. Ozone, stuff like that. Yeah, or yeah. And then other stuff that I did in college, I don't know. I guess this is kinematics. Kinematics is part of physics, right? Kinematics. So yeah, rules of movement, how stuff moves. For example, if you put a big engranaje, gearing. If you put a small gear and a big gear, the big gear goes less fast, but it has more force. The fuck? Whoa, that's actually fucking crazy. Or shit like that. Or for example, in this, I could put it here, materials, I guess. Steel is fucking insane. Like everything around us is made of steel somehow, and it's crazy. It's basically everything is either concrete or steel, right? If it moves, it's steel, and if it's static, it's concrete. Those are basically the two things that surround you the most, basically. It's insane. And other materials. So yeah, so forces and stuff like that. I guess I could put it inside physics, I guess. Oui. No. Fuck. And so like fashion. Yeah, I have a Pinterest account and I have some of the... I've saved sometimes fashion and inspiration, stuff like that. Or whatever. Well, not inspiration, because I'm not going to dress like that or something like that, but yeah. You get it. So yeah. Colors, how they go together. Colors, how do they go together? Fabrics. Whoa. They are just single threads and then they become something big. The fashion industry. It moves a fuck ton of money. It pollutes a lot. The fuck? Patterns. It's like clothes are made in standardized sizes. When, if you were old before, maybe you made it to yourself, to your liking, right? Or something like that, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, these kind of trends that are cycling. And yeah, I also like people. I could go in more detail about this, but I think everyone can guess at the multiple meanings of the of the phrase. But yeah, for example, social dynamics, legibilizing social dynamics. This is a thing that I like and that I like to read about. Working together and stuff like that. Towards something bigger. Or hanging out with the mates. All that. Connection. Feeling understood with someone. Writing. I like writing. YouTube comments. I'm going to link. Sorry. And telling stories. The hero journey. All that. I don't know, I feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff. For example, I could put trains somewhere in here because I think I like trains more than the average person likes trains. But I also don't know a lot about trains, you know? Basically, the average person knows 0 about trains, I know 10, and a train guy knows like 50, right? So I like 10 more than the 0 person, but I know 40 less than the person who knows 50 about trains, right? So, but yeah, I'm going to put trains somewhere in here. Trains, for example. And then, I don't know, train models, for example. Models, railway, connecting stuff, people, public transit. And por ejemplo la serie 3000 de Metro. I guess how many people do know that the Metro de Madrid is, the trains are called serie 3000, right? That has to be some kind of liking in some sense, right? Or how many people know that the trains in Munich are called ABC or something like that, right? The A series, B series, and C series or whatever. I got it wrong, right? I don't know it to the T, but I kind of know that they are called like that. Yeah, infrastructure and then infrastructure. So like merchant trains and stuff like that. But for example, I don't know a lot of merchant trains. I don't know what they are called or anything like that. I know, yeah, for example, the F333 is like a merchant train in Spain, I think, because I saw it on a TikTok today. But I don't know a lot about it, right? Yeah, it's a diesel electric locomotive, but yeah, okay. I don't know a lot about it. I know it because I saw it on a TikTok today, right? But I'm not like the guys who would get excited from seeing an S333. I'm not going to be like, oh shit, an S33, because the TikTok was like that. But I find it interesting, and now that I know the S33, I like to see it, right? Traveling. I'm going to put geography too. Geography. Geopolitics. Yeah, for example, this place where Yemen is kind of a tense situation. This channel, the Suez Channel or whatever. Well, this is not the Suez, I think. No, this is the Suez Channel, and this is the Panama Channel. Yeah, these channels, geopolitical stuff. For example, why is Russia invading Ukraine? All that stuff. Or why is Africa so poor? Colonialism. Yeah. Or why did socialism win in so many places in South America? Maybe that's not geopolitics, or maybe it is. I don't know. Capital cities. I like knowing the capital cities of places. I like GeoGuessr, the game. And the dude, the GeoGuessr videos. Guinea Ecuatorial. Reino Unido. Francia. Like the vibes of different places. I could copy language. different sites. History. I don't know. Basically, the stuff, right? Going with people. I'm going to put that in behind vibes, I guess. Food. I like food. Eating, making, the chemical processes. For example, Maillard reaction. Emulsion. Actually, I don't know if emulsion is chemical. I'm going to put processes. I like to know like these processes. And yeah, knowing, for example, taste. Sour, sweet, whatever. And the two others. Umami, I think it's one. Eating. Traveling, I'm going to put traveling here. I like to eat stuff from different places. And I like both kinds of going some place to eat a lot and also find stuff, right? And experimenting new flavors, etc. I'm going to add a couple others, but I don't know where to put them, so I'm going to put them here one after the other. I like Lego. I like RC cars. This one could go inside cars actually. I like stationery, so like pens and books and stuff like that. Maybe this one could go into writing or maybe into product design. I don't know, depends. Audio stuff. This one could go into music. And I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it at this. And basically, yeah, if anyone is here, you can watch 20 more videos or something like that. Feel free. This is like 50 minutes, 57 minutes, so fucking awesome that you watched this. And yeah, see you in another one in another time. I don't know, maybe I will watch this in the future. I think this is for me. Bueno, Juan, pues chao.